300 riders lined up in the start chute here ahead of stage 2, day 3 of the Cape Pioneer Trek, a journey of just on 100 kilometers, taking them to George, 2,000 meters of climbing. And here at the start in Mossel Bay, as I say goodbye to this beautiful town for the last time, conditions are absolutely perfect. For the second stage in a row, the riders were paraded through the streets of Mossel Bay, the cooperation of the local traffic authorities matched by the patience of the mums and dads taking their children to school before the start of the working day. Work for the riders began soon after the neutral zone, with the NAD Pro pair of Gavi Kombrink and Nico Bell holding a slender 68-second lead over Estonians Peter Prus and Peter Tarvis, whilst the women's race had the Omex Pro pair of Cherie Redeker and Mariska Strauss in the driving seat, with 8 minutes and 2 seconds in hand over Jolandi de Toy and Aurélie Holbachs of Team Garmin. The cruise along Diaz Beach away from Mossel Bay was truly spectacular as the Indian Ocean put on a rare display of its natural beauty, all in keeping with the safari-style first few days of the Cape Pioneer Trek. A large group that included the leading vets, masters and women's teams passed through the first tech zone at 37 kilometers without stopping. Once they hit the steeper inclines on the low slopes of the Outeniqua mountain range, the cracks began to appear as riders slipped off the lead pack. The terrain was constantly undulating as the route took them through lush dairy farms in both indigenous and plantation forests. The yellow jersey pair of Bell and Kombrink were frustrated by puncture issues and had to work hard regularly to regain contact with the lead group that included CBC Elite, the Como RMW Estonians, Reed and Jessup of Team Spur, and the Dutchmen Boerlen and Groen of Stappenbelt Specialized. The NAD pair eventually had to change a wheel at the third tech zone at the base of the Outeniqua Pass, a job undertaken in a matter of seconds by team mechanic Morne van Rensburg. The chase was on. Solo leader Jiří Krivonek of the Czech Republic setting the pace. Peter Tarvis latched onto him and was soon joined by partner Prus. NAD turned themselves inside out to make the catch through Witfontein, but their efforts and a leaking tyre compromised their stage-winning chances, and the Estonians pinned their ears back and bolted for home after the George Dam. The third group of 3 teams was tussling it out for the final place on the podium. It would be a tight sprint. Meanwhile, Prus and Tarvis claimed their first stage win of the race. And just under a minute later, NAD Pro crossed the line to cling on to the yellow jerseys. The sprint for third was a thriller, and it went the way of Jeroen Boerlen and Erik Groen.
Yeah, that was one goal to come here, so pretty much we have done all our goals which we had, but now we are aiming for the GC for sure.
We both know that when it's come to a sprint, we both are really strong. So we had the confidence in that to finish it off like this. And yeah, we're really glad to be on the podium today.
The women's race saw Omex pros Redeker and Strauss go out hard, a tactic that paid off as they managed to conserve their energy over the second half of the stage. Behind them, Klein-Karoo's Williamson and De Jager lost big time to punctures, allowing Hannes Steyn and Kasia Steenkamp to move into third, behind the ever-consistent pair of South Africa's Jolandi de Toy and Mauritian Aurélie Holbachs. At Van Kervel School, Redeker and Strauss made it 3 wins in a row to consolidate their overall lead, while Team Garmin's de Toy and Holbachs overcame some tough phases during the stage to take a second ahead of Steyn and Steenkamp.
If I can be funny, do you know the cartoon Madagascar? Jolandi is the giraffe and I'm the hippo. So today I really felt like the hippo. I was struggling with my stomach. And it was nice to hang on behind her, but I really had a hard day and I was just struggling and with my stomach and were just hanging on her wheel today. So it was a nice partner, nice giraffe to stay behind.
Yeah, no, I can't really believe it. I mean, Hannele is just an amazing partner and she is definitely riding for 2. And yeah, there's so much I learn every day when I ride with her. It's amazing. And yeah, today it was just enough for the third.
After 3 days of racing, it couldn't be much closer in the men's race. NAD Pro showing incredible form and determination to hold on to the yellow jerseys by just 13 seconds. CBC Elite now in third. Redeker and Strauss are building a very big lead in the women's race. Steyn and Steenkamp onto the podium for the first time as De Jager and Williamson slipped down into 4th place. Well, another thrilling day's tactical racing and a third different stage winner in 3 days on the Cape Pioneer Trek. Day 4, stage 3 is one for the technical experts. It's Sarsveld single track, 57 k's, 1200 meters of climbing. It's going to be another thriller.